Nampak.
Okay, yeah. This is the lecture note given by Surveyor Anwar. So in terms of
Salam tak siap. Apa nama family dia? Bawah family.
okay, in terms of report structure, I rasa you just follow this one for your assignment. So tak ada masalah. So we just go to the valuing of business of asset. As explained by Surveyor Anwar, you have to value the whole business, 100% of the shares. Bukannya 40%, 50%, you value 100%. Okay. So for your property, so for your property.
Doctor, sorry for interrupting because there's still somebody waiting at the lobby.
Aduh, mengapa lambat? Saya susah tau nak tutup buka. Aduh. Saya dah bagi masa 15 minit dah. Afterwards, lepas saya include ni, saya tak akan buka lagi lah. Siapa lambat ke apa ke. 1998. Sebab I already given 15 minutes. You buat apa?
1988. Alah. Letak kan. 1988. Pada hari ini.
Ada lagi.
Tak ada. Bukan tak ada.
Okay, I start presenting. I start recording ya.
Diucapkan kepada keluarga khususnya.
Okay. So we want to value the whole business. The whole business. This is a public listed company, means 100% of the shares. So let's see. We have three approach of valuation. That is cost approach, cost or asset approach. Some people call it asset approach. Some people call it cost approach. Another one is market approach, and finally the income approach. And for this exercise, Surveyor Anwar used the DCF. Then remember, income approach, there are two ways to do the valuation. First is traditional approach. You just use capitalization rate. And the second one is DCF. What is the difference between DCF and the traditional? DCF will take into consideration the growth in income. But for the traditional method of investment method, we did not take into consideration the income growth. Okay. So let's see the calculation. Okay. Valuing at X Berhad. NOSO. What is NOSO? Class, what is NOSO?
Number of share outstanding.
Okay, so NOSO is the numbers of shares. Siapa yang jawab tadi? Give a clap to him. Okay, so satu orang je clap Current share price is RM3.47 per unit. Yang ni, how to get the current share price?
Based on the financial report.
Based on the financial report. Kalau current? Current
Summation.
Finance, let's say we want to value it now to 2020, and then you have financial report only on dia berakhir pada 31st December 2015. So how to get the current share price?
Bursa Malaysia.
Pandai ya. Tengoklah current price dekat Bursa Malaysia. Okay. Financial year, yang for this case is 31st December. Ya. Source of data, you tahu sebab you tengah buat assignment sekarang kan. You get the annual report, ya. Annual report of the subject property of subject company. Sorry, I selalu sebut subject property, nak sebut subject property je. Okay, annual report of the subject company, ya, for the last 5 years. Why we need for the last 5 years? Because we have to do forecasting. Yeah, so we want to know the historical. And then as well the annual report for the comparable. Yeah, okay. So how to find the comparable? Okay. Surveyor Anwar dah bagi, ya. So you boleh tengok on the Malaysia Stock. Yeah? And then kalau in reality you have to interview. Yeah, you have to interview the owner, yeah, or the management or the director of the company. Yeah. And then you also have to make an investigation, ya. You pergi pada BNM website, ya, tengok, ya. Sebab BNM website dia memang banyak information, ya. Kalau ada bankruptcy, ya, liquidation dan sebagainya, ya, information yang you all perlu tahu, ya. And then others lah, ya, Guru Focus, Yahoo Finance, Bloomberg, ya. So the business valuation is not as straightforward as property valuation. Okay. So for that example, yeah, first, yeah, surveyor Anwar tunjuk you market approach, yeah, and then dia pakai price over sales ratio, yeah. Sale here refer to the revenue, yeah. So this is the comparable, yeah, the comparable, not the subject property, not the subject company. So the comparable dia extract lah from the financial report, yeah, and then you dapat for comparable one, yeah. Let's say this is company A, yeah, company A. So you dapat market capital at this figure. This figure. And then you find the median. How to get the median?
Excel.
You guna Excel je?
Guna
Kata
Excel.
lah, you tiba-tiba kerja kat luar. Ya, you kerja kat luar, you tak ada access to Excel. How to get the median? You kena tahu konsep dia. You have to know the concept dia.
Range dari kecil sampai besar atau ambil yang apa?
Okay, first you have to arrange, yeah, arrange this figure. Kalau sini you ambil yang paling bawah. Yang paling bawah apa? 350 kan?
Allah yarham. Tambah Allah yarham.
Oh, macam ni dia dah arrange, ya. Dia dah arrange. Ni paling bawah. Sini 367, lepas tu 374, 385, 422. You just take in the middle. Yeah. What figure is in the middle? Yeah, the figure in the middle is 374. So this is the median. Yeah. Okay. Same goes to the revenue sale. You also have to find the median. Yeah. Like this one. Yeah. Dia tersusun tak figure ni? Dari kecil ke besar? Kelas? Tak kan? Dia naik and then naik and then turun balik and then naik balik. So kalau you susun, ya, dia akan jadi 100, 110, 125, 132, 156. So median is yang tengah-tengah. Yang tengah-tengah apa?
Nombor 3.
This one, ya.
Hmm.
1, 2, 5.
3.
1, 2, 5, 400. Ya.
Ya.
Yang tengah-tengah, ya, daripada 5 figure, yang tengah-tengah ialah figure yang ketiga. Ya, yang
Betul,
ketiga. Tapi you kena susun dia dulu. Ya, susun menaik. Ya. Ataupun you susun menurun.
Semoga apa namanya cucu ni ramai.
Okey.
Yes. Betul.
Sebab kat sini selalu student buat kesalahan sebab dia tak faham konsep. Ya, bila buat dekat rumah, ya, you ada komputer, you just find the median, ya, guna Excel pun boleh, ya. Tapi kalau you tak ada Excel, macam mana? You kena buat kerja susun dia, ya, susun menaik atau menurun and find the middle figure. Okay. So same to comparable to, ya. Yang ni you kena susun, ya, sebab dia daripada kecil kat sini, ya. Tahun ketiga kecil. Lepas tu ke sini. Yang ke sini, ya. Yang ketiga adalah 577 500. So that is median kat sini 577 500. Ya, faham tak? Faham tak how to find median? Kelas.
Faham Doktor?
Faham. Sebelum ni pun dah faham. So redundant lah I explain, ya.
Sebab belajar dekat Dr. Olan.
Belajar dekat Dr. Olan. Oh, master first year.
Taklah, dia ada ajar statistik. Lepas tu median ada
statistik.
Statistik tu belajar bila? First year?
Sem ni.
Sem ni? You belajar statistik tahun ketiga ke?
Ya, Doktor. Tahun ketiga.
Third year. Okey lah, ya. Sebab kalau tak, you tak tahu makna dia. Okey. Sebab setengah orang dia confuse dengan mean, ya, dengan purata, which is wrong. Okay. So, okay. So, kita tengok, ya, based on the comparable, the industry medium is okay, so based on the comparable, you tengok which one is the best, and for this case, kita ambil the comparable number 2, ya, comparable number 2, which price over shares ratio is 2.3. How to get 2.3? Yang ni soalan bodoh lah, tapi saya nak tanya juga.
Market capitalization divided to sales.
Okay. Yeah. 577,500 divide with sales. Yes. So you get 2.3. Okay. So we go to the subject company. Yeah, subject company. Revenue, sale, revenue. This thing you dapat daripada daripada mana you dapat this figure? Kalau class? The revenue sales ni you dapat daripada mana?
Annual report.
Income statement.
Annual report. Okay, income statement. Yeah, income statement in the annual report. Okay. So, you get the median. Yeah, you get the median and you time 2.3. Yeah. Okay, so this intrinsic value, yeah, I want to ask you, how you get this intrinsic value? 6.08.
FMV divided by the no-so.
Yeah. So no-so is how much? How many? How many shares?
Kalau ke depan tadi dia ada 11 juta.
Ya, 11 something kan, 11 juta tu. So this one, to get the intrinsic value, you get the FMV, the fair market value, divide with the numbers of shares, yeah, and then you get this figure, 6.08. Market value, how do you get market value?
It is the current share price.
Yeah, correct. It's the current share price. Siapa jawab tu? Saya suka lah. Dia dapat A ni, business relation. Okay. So, settle, one approach. So, but then in your assignment, you cerita lah why you take comparable to, why you value it as 2.3, RM2.30. Okay. And then we go to the income approach.
Sorry to interrupt, Doctor.
Yeah?
Doctor, we still need to do the P or E or the enterprise value for market approach.
Actually depends on your property. But for this case, we have studied, kononnya we have studied, and we feel that compare on the price per se ratio is the best. Sebab selain daripada this ratio, ada ratio lain lagi kan?
Yes.
The ratio. But you have to put justification why you take this ratio and do it as comparison. You take it as comparison. So dekat you punya justification note tu, you justify lah why. Okay, that is market approach. So we move to asset approach. So in this case, asset approach, you have 3 comparable, the same comparables. You put the account receivable, get the median, just the median for get 5 years and get the median, and then you do adjustment, adjustment for your subject company.
Yang part ni I tak faham, yang median 31.82 tu. Dia ambil kat mana, tak ada pun.
Mana? Which one?
Yang industry median tu.
Industry median.
And then yang figure 31.82% tu.
Kan? 44. Patutnya 44.71 lah kan?
Silap kot.
Ataupun mungkin dia buat silap lah kat sini ni, tersilap ni. Sini betul sini. Ni ada mungkin kesilapan lah kesilapan, kena betulkan. Ni 7.5, okay, betul. So then you do the adjustment. Okay. This is how you do the normalizing for the balance sheet. Okay, last sekali kita dapat value for 3 approach, 3 approach, and then you pilih lah which approach you want to adopt. For this case, yang mana you rasa, which approach?
income
approach. Kalau I pun I ambil income approach, ya. Tapi when you take income approach, you give justification why. Ya. Market approach, maybe you said the comparable is not 100% similar, ya, 100% the same. So that's why the value pun ada perbezaan. Asset approach, bila we based on the asset or the cost, is normally lower than the fair market value. Yeah? So in this case, you adopt income approach, you give your opinion that the value of the shares is RM6.87. Yeah, you times the number of shares and you get the total market value. Okay. So today, for the income approach, I tak nak explain kat sini. Income approach, I will explain in next lecture. So today, I'm going to explain to you, to touch on the asset approach. Yeah. Okay, so let's close this one. Tutup teruslah. So we go to the we go to valuation using asset or cost approach. Yeah. So I put slideshows. Okay. So asset approach is actually based on the value of asset. Yeah, value of asset. After deducting all the liabilities. Yeah, what is the actual value of the asset, total asset, net of liabilities. That means we deduct all the liabilities. Yeah, so it's very straightforward. Yeah. Okay, so any asset-based approach involve an analysis of the economic worth of a company, tangible and intangible assets. Yeah, you know that asset can be tangible and it also can be intangible. Yeah. So can you give me example of tangible asset?
tangible, the property.
Tangible. Property. Ya, tangible, benda yang boleh nampak. Cash, ya, duit dalam bank, tangible. Apa lagi? Kalau company, dia ada apa lagi?
Plant machinery.
Plant and machinery. Everything lah, ya. Perabot ke, whatever lah, ya. Which boleh dipegang, boleh dirasa, ya, tangible. Ya. And what is intangible asset? Company pun ada intangible asset juga. What is intangible asset? Dah baca ni dengan Survey Zoo ni. What is intangible asset?
Goodwill.
Goodwill je.
Patent, trademark,
Itu
copyright.
Copyright. Itu adalah contoh-contoh intangible asset, ya, termasuklah intellectual properties. Ya. Okay. Okay, so the most commonly utilized asset-based approach, to business valuation is the adjusted net asset method and excess earning methods. So under the approach, ada dua je. The most popular method, there is adjusted net asset method and excess earning method. Excess earning method ni dikenali sebagai EEM, ya. Adjusted net asset method ni ANAM 6. Ya, okay. Okay, so the balance sheet focus method is used to value a company based on the difference, yeah, between the the fair market value of its asset and liability. So you kena ingat, when you want to use asset approach, yeah, you have to know how to get the value for the tangible asset and how to get the value for the intangible asset, and then you deduct all the liabilities. What is liabilities? Class?
Debt.
Liabilities you ingat hutang je. Selain daripada hutang,
Deferred tax.
apa?
Deferred tax.
Ialah apa yang tertangguh lah, ya. Cukai yang tertangguh. So basically, kalau layman dia akan sebut semua tu sebagai hutang, ya. Betul lah. Okay. So under this method, ya, asset and liabilities are adjusted. Ya, dia tak ambil dia tu yang dekat dalam book value tu tak ambil that figure straightforward, ya. We have to do adjustment, and we normalize it, ya, to the fair market value, ya. And we have to take into consideration, ya, the market norm, or the market situations, ya. Okay, so necessary adjustment are to be made to the company historical balance sheet in order to present each asset and liability, ya. Okay, item at its respective fair market value. So you tak boleh ambil bulat-bulat what is stated in the balance sheet. You have to do normalization, ya. Buat necessary adjustment. Okay, contoh, this is example of normalizing adjustment, ya. Okay, adjusting fixed asset to their respective fair market value. Let's say you tengok ada plant and machinery dalam balance sheet tu. So you kena make sure it is fair market value. Ya, kalau historical cost, takut dia letak harga dia beli dulu kat situ, you have to make it, jadikan dia fair market value, ya, deduct the depreciation or whatsoever. Okay, and number 2, reducing account receivable, ya. Dalam account receivable tu semua orang yang hutang kat kita ada senarai nama dia. So you have to look, ada tak yang ni akan jadi bad debts, ya. Maknanya buatlah macam-macam mana pun dia tak akan bayar hutang tu. So that one we have to strike out, ya. Kita kena keluarkan, ya. Kat sini dah cerita for potential uncollectible balance, ya. Kalau tidak, ya, orang yang hutang kita tu, ya, dianggap sebagai aset kita, ya. Macam I sekarang ada zero, tak ada duit dalam account. Tapi let's say Brian hutang saya 100,000, ya. Syira hutang saya 50,000. So sebenarnya saya ada aset, ya, 150,000, ya, although dia tu bukan dalam tangan saya. Tapi saya tahu Syira tak akan bayar hutang saya. Mati hidup balik pun dia tak akan bayar hutang saya. Ya, Brian, saya positif, dia akan bayar hutang saya bulan depan misalnya. So sebenarnya aset saya sekarang 100,000 ke 150,000?
100,000.
100,000. Ya, sebab kita dah, Syira tu memang tak boleh nak kira dah. Duit tu kita tak akan dapat balik. Macam itulah juga dalam company, ya. So kita kena buat ni lah, adjustment, kita patut keluarkan apa yang patut dikeluarkan. Okey. So bila sesuai untuk pakai di asset approach, so kebanyakan company yang dia bukan asset intensif, macam IT company ke, so to use asset approach memang tak sesuai, tapi dia sangat sesuai untuk company-company yang banyak aset, yang asset intensif punya company. Contohnya valuing a holding company or capital intensive company, macam real estate company, developer yang pegang banyak aset dalam bentuk property, and kadang-kadang manufacturing company yang dia akan ada what we call kilang besar kan, huge kilang, yang aset dia banyak terletak pada the asset, Okay, and minimal profit losses that are continually generated by the business, and valuation methodologies based on company net income or cash flow level indicate a lower than it adjusted net value. Kalau kita use the income approach, kita tengok the value tu lagi kurang daripada kita use the adjusted net asset value. Sebab itulah saya kata pemilihan the approach tu bergantung pada jenis business. So we as the business valuer, we have to justify which approach that we are going to take as the fair market value. Okay, so you have to keep in mind that when income or market-based valuation approach indicate value higher than adjusted net asset method, so you tak payah ambil lah the value that you get from the asset approach. Okay. Okay, to summarize, the adjusted net asset method is a balance sheet based approach to valuation that is relied upon most often for holding companies and companies generating loss. Selalunya kalau company yang operation dia rugi, operation dia rugi, macam mana kita nak value? Kalau income approach boleh value tak?
Tak ada tu.
Boleh value, nanti value dia negatif. Logik tak value negatif? Tak logik.
Memang
kan?
tak logik.
Company tu mesti ada aset dia. Mungkin dia ada office dia ada kilang dia. So we value the asset. Okay. So issues on asset-based method, the book value is rarely a reasonable proxy for fair market value. So kadang-kadang, kalau layman lah kan, dia nak beli company, katalah company tu company yang rugi. Selalu apa yang dia tengok, dia akan tengok on the book value. You tahu tak apa maksud dia book value? Dah belajar accounting ni, saya patut tanya you all. Saya dulu tak belajar accounting.
Value asset yang mainly based on balance sheet.
Yelah, value asset based on balance sheet, betul lah. So biasanya macam mana dia dapatkan book value letak dalam balance sheet tu?
difference between total asset and total liabilities?
Betul ke? Seorang tolong Google cari. Oh, tak boleh ya.
Betul lah yang Brian cakap tu.
Ryan cakap apa tadi?
Difference between the total liabilities, total asset and the total liabilities.
Okay, betul lah. To get book values, kita asset tolak liabilities. Tapi macam mana book value tu diletak dalam balance sheet tu, maksud saya. Dia letak 800,000 ke macam asset dia letak 800,000, liabilities dia letak berapa ribu, macam mana?
Dia kira value of the asset tu lah. Dia kata dengan tolak depreciation tu ke.
Selalunya what the accountant did, yes, dia guna historical cost. Dia guna historical cost and they depreciate dia untuk asset, kan? So
betul.
But the figure is not necessarily the value. Dia hanya mathematical calculation, ya. So itu pentingnya kita masuk and do the bila kita buat business valuation, we do the adjustment, normalization. Kalau new business where the asset were acquired in arm length transaction, at close to date of valuation, or high technology equipment, we have an economic life similar to period over which they are being depreciated for book value. So book value ni adalah lebih kurang the fair value, ya. Tapi kadang-kadang book value ni tak, berbeza dengan fair value disebabkan yang saya kata tadilah, kadang-kadang guna straight line depreciation, ya. Okay, so that's the issue that have to be taken into consideration by the business valuer. Okay, this is the first method, ya. Bukan RNAV ni, ANAV, ya. The most common method is the adjusted net asset value, ya. ANAV, where analyst adjust all its asset and liability to market value, ya. Okay. So net per share, adjusted net, revised market value of asset, minus revised market value of the liabilities over number of shares, So kalau orang yang tak tahu yang market value of asset ni, dia just ambil book value of asset. Betul ke salah kalau letak book value of asset? Kelas
salah. Normalize lagi.
So book value tu kita kena adjust dulu, ya. Kita dapatkan revised market value of asset. Same goes to liabilities, ya. Jangan ambil yang daripada balance sheet tu, ambil je letak kat sini, tak boleh. You have to revise, ya. Contohnya buangkan macam Syira tadi, buangkan 50,000 Syira yang akan jadi bad debts tadi, ya. So and then baru you divide with numbers of shares, ya. Okay. So ini contoh ya. You boleh kira, just use this formula. Okay. So this is some example on adjusted net asset method. So here is the historical asset value. Asset bukan value lah, price apa. So like this one, cash historical 300,000. So economic dia pun 300,000 ya, tak ada perubahan lah kalau cash ya. Account receivable 550,000. So kita kata tak ada yang akan jadi bad debts ke apa ke, is still 5.5 million. Inventories ya, stok yang ada ya, dah 2.5 million, is still 2.5 million. So this one tak ada adjustment kita buat ya. Selalu yang kita buat adjustment is on the fixed assets ya. Fixed asset, plant and machinery ya. Kalau historical dia ya, kalau kita beli plant and machinery at 3.5 million ya, 2 years ago. So we want to value now. The value tak sama dah sekarang kan? Sama lagi ke?
Tak, jangan kurang.
Tak ya. So kita kena buat adjustment ya. Mungkin kita guna comparison method ke apa ke, this type ni dijual beli pada harga 3250. So we just ambil yang the market value. So normalizing adjustment dia, kita tengoklah perbezaan dia ya, 250,000 ya. We have to deduct 250,000 ya. Let's go to office equipment ya, as well as kenderaan ya, autos and truck and so on ya. Okay. So ya, kalau dalam the account ya, dia akan ada accumulated depreciation ya. Dia guna straight line ke apa, dia guna yang accumulated depreciation ke ya. So you tengok dalam tu akan ditolak ya untuk net tu, you dapat 3.5 million. Tapi pada kita as valuer, kita tak tolak macam ni. Kita just normalizekan daripada satu-satu ya. Kita tengok satu-satu and then we just add this one ya. The figure yang kita dah normalizekan. Okay. Ya. So same goes to liabilities ya. So macam ni tak ada normalization. Lepas tu tengok ada residual equity, kena tambah lah ya. Kena tambah. So you get the liabilities. Ya, you get the asset and you get the liabilities. So tengok ada buat note kat sini, to adjust each class of asset to its fair market value one by one ya. Tengok jenis asset ya, tengok jenis asset. To remove the accumulated depreciation on the company books, since each free asset class has been adjusted to the fair market value. That's why I kata kat sini kita tak kira dah ya, tak kira apa-apa depreciation yang ada dalam balance sheet tu, sebab kita dah normalizekan jadi value semasa ya. Kalau kita tolak lagi depreciation kat situ, jadi double counting dan figure dia pun tak sama ya. Okay, so habis this one untuk company, untuk asset yang ni. So intangible asset Kadang-kadang intangible asset ni ada juga orang datang dekat you, dia suruh value intangible asset saja. Possible or not? You as a business valuer.
Yes.
Yes, possible. Ya. Tapi saya pening lah, saya rasa. You tak rasa pening ke?
Pening juga.
Pening juga. Okay, so what is intangible asset? I think Dr. Zul, Cik Zul dah explain to you what is intangible asset kan?
Dah,
ya. So basically it's non-physical asset such as franchises, trademark, patent, copyright, goodwill, equities, mineral rights, securities, and contracts, that grant right and privilege and have value for the owner. So how to value this intangible asset? You rasa?
Just now punya excess earning method.
Macam mana ya? Let's say lah, Ryan, let's say somebody come to you. Dia kata, I have copyrights. Copyrights ni contoh copyright, siapa nak bagi?
Slide doktor buat tu.
Anybody can bagi contoh copyrights?
Lagu kot.
Lagu copyright Betul.
Copyright.
Tak ini, lagu copyright.
Sebab kalau tak copyright macam ada case kan.
Okay lah, katalah you are the owner of a copyright. Ini you have a owner of copyright for one song. Let's say Isabella lah, Okay. So what you get from being the owner of the copyright?
royalty.
You dapat royalty, you dapat income. So boleh value tak?
Boleh.
Guna apa approach? Guna income approach lah kan?
Income.
Income approach, the right to the future benefits, Selagi lagu tu dimainkan, you akan dapat royalty, So you boleh guna conventional ataupun you boleh guna DCF, So sama juga macam you value the whole company, for the intangible asset kita boleh pakai the three approach. Tengok the suitability, You boleh pakai asset approach, You boleh pakai income approach, you boleh pakai market approach. Okay. So intangible asset approach. Macam mana nak value guna asset approach? Boleh ke tak rasanya? Kalau copyright untuk lagu tadi. Sebab tak semua types of intangible asset ni you boleh guna ketiga approach tadi, So you pilih approach yang you boleh guna, Market approach. Market approach ni contohnya, let's say you have a copyright for Isabella songs, and then apa lagi lagu yang zaman-zaman dulu yang popular selain Isabella?
Gerimis mengundang.
Gerimis mengundang. Katalah seorang lagi ada copyright lagu Gerimis Gerimis apa tadi?
Gerimis mengundang.
Gerimis mengundang lah. Let's say, I tak tahu betul ke tak itu lagu Let's say, yang owner of the copyright of Gerimis merundang ni tadi, dia jual dia punya copyright tu kepada orang lain, katalah kepada recording company, dia jual the rights, so that company beli dengan harga let's say lah 100,000 for the copyrights. So in that case for us yang memegang copyright for the lagu Isabella tadi, kita boleh guna market approach. Kita boleh guna transaksi untuk copyright yang similar. Ya kelas? You faham tak?
Yes.
Ya, kan? So basically the business valuation ni dia sebenarnya seakan-akan property valuation. Ya. Kalau ada transaction of a similar property, so you can use market approach. Yeah. Okay. Okay, how to identify and Dr. Surveyor Zul dah ajar ke this one? Characteristic, manner of acquisition. Tak ingat? Afiq ada tak? Ke Afiq bonting kelas hari ni? Oh, by the way, you jangan lupa ya, record attendance. You all jangan lupa. Afiq ada tak Afiq? Tak ada. Ikhwan?
Ada.
Ada. Ikhwan, you dah belajar ke? Dr. Zul, Surveyor Zul dah ajar ke?
Ajar apa?
Yang ni, yang I tunjuk sekarang ni.
Dia ada
Sebab
mention.
saya tak. Ya?
Dia ada mention.
Tapi macam ni tak ada ya? Sebab saya takut saya ajar balik apa yang dia ajar. Susah kami pembahagian ni. Okey lah. Saya just dah belajar?
Masa dalam topik intangible tu ada.
Nes kalau kita panggil dia
Dah adalah macam mana nak identify,
Tapi
macam mana nak acquire.
nak
Ada ke?
identify tu tak ada. Dia cuma general theory je. Then
Okey. So kita pergilah ya, identifiability macam mana ya, macam mana you nak bagi tahu you owner of the such intangible asset. So it can be through written contract, a license, discard, procedure documentation or customer list ya. Kalau customer list ni selalunya untuk goodwill lah ya. Okay, the intangible asset should have been created at an identifiable time ya, or event and be subject to termination at an identified time ya. Ada intangible asset yang perpetuity ya, sampai bila-bila. Ada intangible asset yang ada limit masa dia ya, based pada written contract ya. Okay. So manner of acquisition macam mana? Ya, macam mana seseorang tu dapat intangible asset? Sama ada dia belilah. Ya. Dia beli dari macam franchise ya. You nak buka KFC ya dekat kampung you. Ya.
Beli lesen kan?
Just
License.
purchase ya. Okay. Goodwill pun dia purchase. You boleh purchase ya. Katalah ada satu kedai tu, dia ada list of customer yang yang loyal ya, loyal. Okay. So bila you beli, katalah you beli the physical property, you beli juga sekali dengan goodwill dia. So you kena bayar dua kali lah ya. Satu you beli physical asset, satu you beli goodwill. Or you develop. Sama ada you beli atau you develop ya, the intangible asset ni. Macam mana nak develop? Katalah you develop satu game ya, satu game yang you punya. Ya. Kalau game tu dia masuk under mana? Under mana? Under copyright ke, under patents ke, whatever lah ya. Maknanya dia ni under trademark or whatever. So you develop, ya. Nak beli tak ada orang nak jual, you develop. Kat mana dah stop tadi, benda dia lari. Okay. Okay. So kalau kita nak buat income method, ya, begitu we have to know the lifespan, ya, dia berapa tahun, whether it's 10 tahun or 20 tahun, sebab you nak capitalizekan dia untuk berapa tahun, atau discount for how many years, how to determine the life. So you tengoklah, ya, you tengok kontrak, ya, ataupun you tengok kalau patent dia berkuat kuasa selama mana, ya. Bila you patentkan sesuatu penemuan, satu produk ke, ya, bergantung kepada negara, ya, negara dia mempunyai undang-undang yang berbeza, ya, undang-undang yang berlainan. So you tengoklah for how many years, ya. Okay. Also, this is common type of intangible asset, ya, patents, ya. Patent ni selalu untuk mesin, kan. Kalau you develop one machine yang boleh buat, katalah whatever lah, ya, you patentkan dia, ya. Nak patentkan kat mana? Setiap negara dia ada unit, ya, unit penguatkuasaan, ya, yang akan jaga, ya, yang bahagian ni you have to go there, ya, and apply for patent, ya. Design, ya, kalau you buat design apa-apa, kalau you arkitek ke, you design bangunan macam ni, you tak nak orang tiru, you patentkan dia, ya. Okay. So copyright, ya, copyright, betul tadi Ain'ni, ya, songs masuk under copyright, buku, ya, movie, drawings, ya, is an intangible asset. Okay. Franchise, ya, secret recipe, coffee bean, KFC, McDonald, everything, ya. Trademarks, ya, macam Maggi, ya, Maybank, Samsung, Apple, ya, semua ni ada value, ya. Ya, you tak boleh pakai, ya, bila trademark ni owned by Maggi, you tak boleh dah, ya, buat mi letak nama Maggi, ya. Ataupun you buka a new bank letak nama Maybank, ya, tak boleh, because dia orang punya trademark, ya. And goodwill, ya, goodwill ni trust lah selalunya, ya, trust, ya, because of you business kat situ. Katalah kita kata, kalau nak tu, katalah dua kedai bersebelahan, ya, dua-dua is kedai runcit, ya, dua-dua kedai runcit, tapi harga jual barang pun harga sama, ya. Tapi customer pergi kedai A ada 100,000 orang sebulan, ya. Customer pergi kedai B ada 10,000 je sebulan. Tu maknanya ada goodwill, ya. The customer trust yang A tadi, ya. brand, ya, selalu tengok brand lah. So IP stand for intellectual property. Ya, sebenarnya intellectual property ni dia subset of intangible asset. Ya. So design, utility, machinery, is it intellectual property? You rasa, your opinion. Yes, it's an intangible asset. Is it intellectual property? You have to decide. Kadang-kadang dia tak jelas kan. And then copyright. Is it intellectual property? Macam ya kan? Okay. Secret recipe coffee bean. Is it intellectual property? Tak kan? Dia intangible asset tapi dia bukan intellectual properties. Ya. Trademark. Is it intellectual properties? Pada saya tak lah. Ya. Okay. Goodwill? Tak. Yang kat sini yang clear, ya, the copyright, song, book, movie, drawing ni intellectual properties. Ya. Okey, ni lagi sekali ya tekankan intangible asset is non-monetary asset, ya. Okey. IP refer to category of intangible asset where the creators or inventor ownership right are protectable under law, yeah, through the term of frequently used synonymously. So here, based pada this based pada this statement, ya, you boleh tahulah, ya, patent, copyright, vanilla, trademark, goodwill ni, which one is the intellectual properties. Ya. Okay. So, how does it work? Ya. Intangible, kalau patent, kalau di Malaysia, patent hanya 20 years, ya, daripada you patentkan you punya produk tersebut, ya, 20 years. Maknanya selepas 20 years, siapa-siapa pun boleh tiru. Ya, siapa-siapa pun boleh tiru. Ya. So, katalah you value, dia start patent this year. Ya. You use income method, so you capitalize-kan for 20 years. Tapi kalau patent tu dipatentkan 5 years ago, so you just capitalize for the remaining years. Yeah, that is 15 years. Yeah. How about copyrights? Yeah, copyrights macam song tadi. Yeah, let's say lagu Isabella. Yeah, lagu Isabella. Who's the creator? Siapa penggubah lagu tu? Siapa tahu?
Research.
Kan, Emisal nyanyi je.
Okay.
Bob Lokman, you tahu tak yang tengah sakit dia sekarang yang viral tu, ya, Bob Lokman, ya. Bob Lokman dia yang ciptakan lagu Isabella tu. So dia masih hidup. Ya, dia masih hidup, maknanya copyright tu masih dia punya. Tapi lepas dia meninggal, let's say lah, tak naklah sebut meninggal, orang meninggal. Let's say lah, katalah dia meninggal tahun ni, ya. So for another 70 years, dia punya waris, ya, boleh dapat royalty, ya, daripada copyright tu. Ya, after 70 years barulah tak boleh dapat apa-apa royalty. Sebab itulah sekarang yang siapa yang lagu-lagu P. Ramlee dah meninggal berapa tahun dahulu kan? Dah 30-40 tahun dahulu kan? Tapi dia punya sanak saudara masih dapat royalty from his song, ya. Okay. Franchises or license, yang ni kita base kepada agreement. Agreement tu akan tulis berapa tahun, ya. So bila you buat valuation, you kena tengoklah agreement, ya, macam macam tenancy agreement ke apa ke, you have to tengok dia punya duration. Yeah? And then we capitalize on the remaining years yang tinggal. Yeah? Okay, kalau trade names and trademarks, macam contohnya tadilah Maybank ke, Coffee Bean ke apa ke, dia unlimited. Ya, dia unlimited sampai bila-bila, dengan syarat setiap 10 tahun dia pergi renew. Dia bayar lesen. Ya, dekat government body tu. Ya. And then goodwill unlimited. Goodwill ni susah sebenarnya sebab something yang tak nampak. Ya. So goodwill unlimited, and goodwill ni you tak payah pergi pergi lesenkan kat mana-mana. Ya, goodwill tu dia Brian nak tolong saya tak nak explain pasal goodwill ni macam mana sebenarnya? Brian ke dah tidur?
Tak tidur doktor, tapi
tapi basically you faham lah goodwill tu macam mana kan?
ya. Sudah belajar last time.
Okey, sudah belajar. Ya. Okay, so EEM tadi ya, two-step valuation model, valuation of intangible asset using capitalized income method, using income method, and the second one, valuation of business using adjusted book value method. This one is apa? Asset approach, ya. Okay. Okay, in the EEM, intangible asset are value using capitalization process similar to capitalization income method of the income approach. Ya. Okay. So yang ni senang je sebenarnya, straightforward. Macam kita contoh copyright tadi. Okay, you tengok ya royalty dapat berapa. Ya. You just tengok royalty for the past 3 or 5 years. Ya. And then you project the future income. And then you just capitalize it, ya, ataupun you guna DCF. Okay, so dia explain kat sini, EEM process require the development of a benefit stream for the intangible asset of the business as well as discount rate, specific to the intangible. How to get the discount rate? Selalu kita guna discount, kalau DCF, discount rate for business valuation ni kita ambil apa? What rate?
WAC.
Pandai. WACC. Siapa saya nak panggil nama siapa saya ingat saya tak ingat ni. Alia ada tak? Alia Ponteng ya? Senyap-senyap je, kalau ada pun tak mengaku. Sorry lah, saya belum hafal nama you all. Siapa lagi nama yang saya ingat?
Doktor, Sam.
Sam, okay, Sam. WACC stand for what? Sam? Sam tak ada lah, Brian. Okay, siapa lah tolong jawab. What is WACC?
Weighted average cost of capital.
Ya, ataupun interest rate lah. Ya, interest rate. Ya, kadar pinjaman. Ya, kadar pinjaman. Tapi kita ambil weighted average lah. Ya, kadar pinjaman. Okay.
Cepatlah.
Tapi ada orang kritik jugalah, katakan apa ni, macam-macam lah. Tak payah fikir sangatlah pasal kritik.
Macam apa? Curious.
Kenapa orang kritik? Orang kata previous. Orang kata apa ni, sebab kita kena estimate future income kan? kita estimate the future income based on the historical income atau past income. Jadi ada orang kata, are you sure kalau katalah kita estimate growth of 2% per year. So naik. Are you sure naik? Mungkin orang kata tiba-tiba ada slowdown in economics ke apa ke, instead of ada growth 2% dia akan turun, dia akan jadi negative growth ke apa ke, macam tu lah.
Oh, faham.
Ataupun macam-macam lah, ataupun penggunaan the discount rate, penggunaan WACC dan sebagainya lah. Sebab ni lah dia terang kat sini lagi, require significant judgment in the application. Kita kena betul-betul buat tu, our judgment tu must be significant. Kalau kita kata the future income, we estimate it will continuously the income grow for 2% for how many years, everything. Kita kena buat judgment yang betul, yang significant based pada the historical data, historical data. That's why kita kena tengok the past 5 years, seelok-eloknya 5 years lah. Okay, the greater complexity and informed judgment required has often been a basis for the criticism of the EEM. These criticisms are often from individuals that don't understand that many complexities of the valuation process. Kadang-kadang bila kita buat business valuation ni, kita expert, we are the business valuer, kita tahu the complexity apa-apa, and then we have to present it to the owner, to the board of directors of that company, katalah. Lepas tu dia orang ni pula tak faham, tak ada basics, dia akan banyaklah menimbulkan persoalan. Ni past criticism of EEM focus on inability to develop a discount rate for intangible asset. Sebab kita nak cari comparable pun susah. Kalau property senang, macam mana kita nak dapatkan discount rate? Discount rate that is equated yield, kita boleh analyse based pada transaction yang kita dapat. Tapi kalau this intangible asset, susah nak dapat comparables. Okay, the continuous double assessment of EEM and the appraisers and various organizers has significantly reduced many of these concerns. Bila dah ramai faham, so kuranglah sikit kritik. Okay, so rate of return, kalau kita belajar what property valuation, kalau capitalization kita selalu guna ORIS, nama dia, ORIS. Kita dah belajar last time kan dalam investment valuation, Tapi dalam business valuation kita tak dapat cari ORIS, kita tak guna ORIS, kita guna wax, macam you all kata tadi, sebab kita base pada perniagaan tu, kita base pada kita assume dia di menggunakan duit daripada pinjaman, the ataupun business atau tangible asset can be funded with borrowed money. So kita gunakan interest rate, kadar pinjaman tu, sebagai discount rate. sebagai rate of return, ya. Okay. So at this point, the process take on a weighted average cost of capital WACC, ya, which blend the cost of equity and debt capital based on the portion of the total market value of the asset which could be borrowed. Okay. Okay. Tangible asset which will be accepted as collateral by bank are those used to determine the portion which could be borrowed. Ya. So biasanya kalau kita nak buat pinjaman dengan bank, kita kena letak collateral. Collateral ni bahasa Melayu dia apa?
Cagaran.
Kena letak cagaran lah. Ya, cagaran. So, bila kita buat pinjaman, ya, bila kita letak collateral memang kita kena bayar, ya, faedah pinjaman tu berdasarkan kepada kadar pinjaman. Ya. That's why kita pakai WACC, ya, as rate of return. Okay, cash and intangible are generally not used as collateral. Yalah, kalau you ada cash, takkanlah you nak sandarkan cash, kan? Okay. Okay. Assets such as note receivable from shareholders need careful analysis as to their interest rate, payment history and collateral. Kadang-kadang hutang orang kat kita yang belum bayar, ya, kita boleh gunakan, ya, untuk buat pinjaman. Ya. Tapi mungkin dia punya kadar pinjaman tu berbeza, ya. So this is the 5 factors that influence selection of the rate. You know. Sebenarnya bukan these 5 factors saja, ada juga faktor-faktor lain, ya, but it's not so important lah, not as important this 5, ya. The discount or capitalization rate used in other methods, ya. Kalau ada methods guna 10%, ya. So kalau ada method guna WACC at 10%, so untuk method ini pun kita gunakan yang sama, ya. So the rate used as a rate of return applicable to tangible asset alone, ya. Ini untuk tangible asset, ya. Kalau intangible asset, maybe, ya, sama juga macam property valuation. Bila kita kata the higher the risk, the higher the return, kan? Belajar tak masa investment valuation dulu? Tak belajar?
Belajar, doktor, belajar.
Belajar. Kalau siapa tak belajar tu saya tarik telinga. Sebaiklah bukan physical class, tak boleh nak tarik telinga. Okay. So, kita have to adjust lah the rate, ya. Kita kena tengok juga risiko, ya. So the persistence of intangible. So for intangible asset, biasanya risiko dia lagi tinggi ke lagi rendah daripada tangible asset? Pada fikiran you all lah, in your opinion, which one is riskier? More risk? Intangible or tangible or intangible? Tangible katalah rumah, property. Lepas tu intangible is goodwill. Ya, both memang generate income. So between the property, the house, and the goodwill, which one you think is more risk? Have more risk?
Goodwill.
Goodwill. Goodwill. Okay. So when you put the return, you have to take into consideration, and please bear in mind, the higher the risk, the higher the return. The higher the rate, So in term of financial structure, stability, quality of earning, samalah juga, is this thing related to the risk, the level of earning used in the method. So kalau you conventional, you put lower estimated future income, you can use lower yield. Compare kalau you memang estimate income tu macam too positif, you terlalu positif lah, you cakap income ni akan increase tinggi, so that mean risiko dia lagi tinggi. So you have to put higher rate of return. Okay. Ada juga negative goodwill, Goodwill tak semestinya positif, The excess earning produce a negative number when total earning are less than the market required return on the intangible asset. Okay. So kalau lah ada yang negative goodwill, you tak payah kira, just assume dia sebagai kosong, kosong. So you tak payah letak negatif, Okay, so put goodwill is an intangible. Either it has positive value or no value. It has no seller value, and the seller would not pay the buyer to physically remove the negative goodwill. Hence it is positive or zero. Okay, Ini step for EEM. What is EEM just now? Saya dah lupa.
Excess earning method.
Excess earning method. Okay, so this is the process. Pertama, you have identified and you have to identify market rate of return. WACC. You have to normalize the company earnings. Okay, you have to estimate future earnings to 3 years historical data. Ni ada 3 years, past 3 years, at least 3 years. Tapi I prefer kalau sampai 5 years. And then target earning minus normalized earning. So you have to normalize the thing, to get the fair value for every item, and compute estimated goodwill. And finally, you determine the full market value for the whole company. So contoh tu, you boleh tengok contoh macam mana Surveyor Anwar bagi contoh tu dengan dah habis. Dengan mungkin contoh-contoh lain, nanti kita bincang pada minggu depan. Sekarang dah pukul berapa? Saya ada kelas dengan second year pukul 11. Any question?
Doctor.
Yeah.
For the common size analysis, right, we need to use the normalized financial statement or the before normalized one.
For what?
Common size analysis. Because when I refer to the sample report, there are some using the normalized one, some using the without normalized one.
Okay, I tak dengar tadi. You nak tanya for
Common size analysis.
common size analysis. Now, suppose all we have to use normalize. We have to be standard.
Okay, noted.
Any other question?
Doctor, I'm just wondering for asset method, do we have to normalize table again? Sebab kita dah normalize before, prior to all the methods, right? So should we show the table again ataupun terus ambil je value?
Terus fair market value lah. Sebab you dah normalize, you jangan normalize 2 kali.
Alright, so we don't have to show the table kan at the asset method, the audited, normalized, adjustment.
Oh, so you dah dapat yang normalize. Orang lain dah normalizekan untuk you. Itu macam mana? Saya tak faham.
Normalize, tapi kita buat kat atas lah, the top part. At the front.
Okay. Tapi you make sure you normalize. Kalau you dah buat kat atas, kat bawah you tak payah buat lah.
Alright, thank you very much.
Jangan 2 kali normalize, jadi double counting. Ya? Okay.
But doctor, can we follow the surveyor annual method?
Boleh, no problem.
Like we only use the normalized one for the asset approach only, but the other 2 methods we use the normal one.
The other 2 method you use normalize is only for the asset approach, kan?
Yeah, according to surveyor annual.
Asset normal. Sebenarnya dia depend sebenarnya. Susahlah saya nak cakap macam mana. Tak apalah, you just follow surveyor Anwar punya calculation. Ya. Yeah? Hello? Dengar tak? Ke dah putus?
Yes, doctor.
Yeah. You can follow surveyor Anwar style of calculation. Kalau tak ada further question, I nak leave ya, sebab I'm preparing to join second year class. Okay, thank you.